All right. First of all, I should go live.
Peeling rotten tomatoes and other refuse from stable master Semiral's midden heap.
This is part of Essential Housing Tools. It's the Essential Housing Streamers. And it lets you basically publish that you're going live, and it helps housing streamers get the attention that they might otherwise not get. It's just built into EHT, so if you want to use it, I would suggest using it. Again, I'm having a lot of trouble with my, why does that come up as a reply? Ah, it worked. I went live and it published right to Twitter rather. I got that working then. I am trying out MooBot. We'll see how MooBot works. I don't know how to spell his name. I'm gonna just test this. What? Joined Twitch? No. I am part of Twitch, you stupid head. God, so many problems with everything that changed. But sooner or later, I'm going to figure out how to do this. So firstly, I would type shout out. Okay, let's try Jhart. Does that work? Yes, look at that. Nice. Perfect. Next, I'll have to figure out giveaways, but for right now, that is a good step in the right direction. We're also going to have to figure out, in addition to giveaways, I'm also going to have to figure out how to do all the other fun things that we're supposed to do with bots. But for now, just being able to do a shout out is an improvement from what it was, which was not. All right. So we're on PCEU. And thank you to Fox Walks for the follow. I don't know if those two people joined during my stream. I don't think they did. Siran Takui and Tony H. Thank you for the follows. So since we're on EU, because we did NA yesterday, I'm going to start with, this was very sad that Windlestraw got rid of their homes because Windlestraw was really good. Rubitate? Quondam? Actually, I should be writing this down as I go along. It'll totally speed things up. By the way, you should all be able to do the shout out command because it's open for anyone to use it, but I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll figure it out. But Rubitate, that is my cat. Forgive her. She is yelly. Quondam, and it's Galerie Indorilia. And we'll get there around 4 minutes. Okay. So let's check this out. It looks like I'm actually back in the biz of actually doing this, even though I'm not on at a normal time that I would normally be on. So I apologize for that. Chat settings. Goodness! So many chats. Messages. Gotta learn a lot of stuff. Ooh, neat. This is Quondam? Good lord. That's something. Gameplay. I do not need the quest reminder thingy because I'm not doing quests. I am just touring. Social? Combat? Where did you put it? Interface. That would make sense. Quest giver icons. Quest tracker off. Boom! And now we have less things on our screen. Yay! Alright, so Ruby Tate redid Quondam, and in a really interesting way too, because what they did is, when you normally come in, this house is like straight ahead and to the left. Hi, Silence! I blame you, man. It's all your fault. Silence ran into me. I was at Hughes Bain shopping, and Silence said something to me about missing my stream, and I gave it a lot of thought. I've been giving it a lot of thought for a while now, but I gave it some more thought, and I was like, you know what, people will forgive me when I make mistakes. They will understand that I'm on medication that makes my memory go away and screw up, and people will forgive that, so I'm not too worried about it. So keeping that in mind, that's beautiful. Look at that. That's stunning, especially with the daylight sky behind it. Realizing that helped out a lot, and it was basically the push I needed to get back into it. This is a faux door, a fake door, because as you know, like, nothing is on this side of Quondam. Another fake door, but look at how beautiful that is. That is done using the Red Guard divider, and that is so well placed. Like, they had to have used EHT to line that up. It's too good. But well done. Too good to do it by hand, I think. Wowzers. Look at the jewelry shop in the window. Goodness. That is beautifully done. Thank you. I know, I got distracted by pretty doors too. Totally. And Mike's just chilling, walking through everywhere. This must be a florist. Look at that countertop. It's the bookcase. It's the Leyland bookcase. Can you believe it? Wow. Really stunning work. I'm getting distracted from telling you all about the story of me coming back, but so yeah, I'm back, and today I'm a little just annoyed. That's a bookcase. Look at that dress. I guess it's supposed to be like one of those 17th century ones that had like the go out on either side of you, so you wonder how they got through the door kind of thing. Beautifully done. Dress shop, I guess. We'll go in there last. I think that's the house proper. But yeah, this morning I got up to find out my husband told me shelving. My husband pointed out that he went out to check on our yard and something ate our apple trees. And what is really upsetting about that is it killed them, and they were 10 years old. They just gave us apples for the first time last year. I am devastated. I know it sounds stupid, but you wait 10 years for something to have it gets kind of taken from you. It's just awful. And I was like, that's just basically the last straw for me, because it killed my apple trees. All of them. I had 3 apple trees and they ate all of them. A 6-inch band from the bottom to the middle, and they're dead. And so I was like, you know, there's so much wrong with this house, and the apple trees were one of the few things, because they take so long to bloom, I mean to give fruit, that it was one of the things that was like kind of tying me to this place. And I was like, well, now that you got rid of those apple trees, it's sort of like nothing's holding me back now. This must be like an antiquity or souvenir shop. That is my cat. You can ignore her. She is complaining despite the fact she has nothing to complain about. Oh, wow, look at that. It makes it look like a skylight. So, yeah, basically, so my husband and I have been looking at other houses. Wow, what a redo of Quondam. Nicely done. All this black, all this brown wood is beautiful. Definite improvement over the dark elf. Yeah, I like it too. So we've been looking at other houses because as my illness gets worse, well, that's smart. That's just the Leyland divider. So you can sink it down and it looks like a fender. There's wallpaper, all sorts of stuff. This was beautifully done. I'm surprised they fit this much in it, to be honest with you. As small as this part seems, when you take into account all the rest of the house, the outside as well, it's kind of amazing that they were able to do even that much. It's really beautiful. So we've been looking at other houses, but nothing really is going to meet our needs at this point. Let's go. Oh, it's unlisted. I won't go to an unlisted for you. Yeah. Grimmage Grim. I better write this down because I'm sucking at this. Grimmage Grim Bouldertree. And that's, oh, Gardens. We'll just call that Gardens. All right. Boink. And that is, so, you know, we're talking about, do we build a house? Do we keep waiting until we find something that's accurate, you know, that's good for somebody who is disabled in the way that I am, or what do we do? Well, I think we've finally come to the conclusion that with our parents being the age that they are, that we're gonna wait another 10 or 15 years and try to figure out like what's going to happen with them. Are we going to move in with them? Are we going to have to move to take care of them? Are we going to have to, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. So these are those sulfur pools. They are an achievement item and they're really neat, but they put them all together in one like area so they look like it's almost like volcanic. I think it's cool. So, and I said to my husband, I'm like, you know, 10 years passes like 5 minutes when you're our age. He's like, seriously. And so we're holding off. Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of it. Look, Moobot worked. Yay, Moobot. Trying out different bots because my old bot doesn't work anymore. I've lost a lot of things on this. It's really annoying. Woo! I only did the one command because the one timer rather, because you have to pay for them after a certain amount, and I was like, I want to try this thing before I pay for it. So we've got like a tree house over here. Look at that light. That's beautiful. That's something that Skyrim had that not every video game has, is that kind of natural looking light. Thank you, Suyashu. Nice to see you. Oh my god, thanks. Oh, no audio. I shall type. Yay! No, I'm gonna change my face to other things. Put my head in the coconut, shake it all up. To an extent. Oh dear. Here, I'll go purple. That's a good one. Glad to see you too. Yes, I will be on the weekends. Yes, that will happen. So, anyway, that feels good to have made that decision. Okay. Bye, Suyashu. And now that we've made that decision, we can talk about investing in the house that we're in right now. Oh, look at that. That looks comfy. And investing in the house we have now, because it really needs new siding, so the mockingbird, oh, not the mockingbirds, the woodpeckers stop eating our house. Woodpeckers love our siding so much. So another bedroom for a crafter, it seems. This is a lovely home. But I think I'm missing a piece of it. I think there's another treehouse portion down here. To the right, yes. I think. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just the chair. Okay, that makes sense. It's really quite beautiful. They put a lot of effort into this landscape. Biggest thing, if I recall, is that some things they just didn't think through, some of the design choices. Like there was a dead space above the doorway. They wish they had built in a better way to get there. Or like small things akin to that. That said, they were in the end pretty happy with it for 15 years. Anyway, just want to toss that out. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to think about it because, you know, with my disability getting worse, I mean, there's gonna come a point where I can't walk around in a normal house, you know? Like, I'm gonna need better accommodations. Although my doctor says that currently it's not, the disease isn't advancing, I can tell you that it doesn't feel like it's not advancing. What are you gonna do, right? This is lovely, Grimmage. Good job. Alright. We can do Morav's Amaya. Maya. And that's just the Hlalu house. Hlalu! We want accommodations that will not only be easier for me because of my disabilities, but also provide things like, you know, I know it sounds crazy that we need a jacuzzi, but we have a summertime one, you know, like most people who have jacuzzis, you can only use it in the summer. And it's really good for my joints. It really helps with the pain and it really helps with the stiffness. And so I would love it if I could have one year round. That's a consideration that we're gonna take into account when finally moving. But we're not there yet. Look at this stunner. I gotta say I love the Fargrave style. It really does it for me. I'm not sure why. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful! But we've been looking at other houses, but it's, you know, the average person doesn't have the needs that I have. So they're not looking for, you know, the same kind of thing that I need. They're, you know, especially out here. Hi, Cyber Queen. There's a lot of people looking for farmland, and that's certainly not something that I care about. Oh, look at the chairs. Chairs. I guess this is more of a sofa. Rough block stone slabs. They made this by hand. It's like the Druid chairs, but done with that. Yes, that is part of the problem. Our bathroom is not good for somebody with disabilities. So, yeah, we're thinking that too. Okay, they closed off this part of the house. I love when people build things on the outside. That's really cool. And here's the little pond. Yeah, so we're debating, you know, how we can... Look at that bar. That's a smart idea. We're debating different ways that we can do what we want. That won't change, won't ruin the value of the home, and will last long enough for us to get us through the next 10 to 15 years, depending on how our parents are doing, you know? His mom, rather, and his father passed away many years ago. His mom and my parents. And my parents are in New York, and his mom is up north here. And depending on who needs us, I guess that would determine where we end up going. So why move twice in 10 years? Because that's a lot of work. It's a major upheaval. I really like they've got the 2 Maormer statues up there. Those you get from not Telgillen, oh my god, Canarthy's Roost. It's an achievement item. And then the outdoorsy part is just this beautiful Fargrave look. And I don't know what this is, but nope, can't go in. It's blocked off. But there are snack buildings. Like, what is this snack building? Hey, Azalea! We are looking at EU today. And somebody has pretty dresses here. This is Morab's house. Oh, a thief! Oh no, it's a thief! And, you know, so I have a lot of things on my mind as of this morning because I'm so pissed off about my apple trees. I know, it's the little things that start this whole, like... Oh, look at that diorama. That looks really good. Yeah, there's a walk-in shower for disabled people, too. That's a consideration. But I think the most important thing... well, there's a lot of most important things. Unfortunately. This looks good because, you know, we're in a Vardenfell, so putting a Vardenfell painting behind it with the lava and everything, it reminds you you're in a volcanic area. It's easy to forget that because of the mushrooms are so cool looking. They're distracting. You forget you're in lava land and you could die at any time. Red Mountain. Red Mountain's gonna eat you. So yeah, they have their own chapel here. Very nice. Yeah, so we're looking into it. We'll figure it out. But I think for the time being, we have some repairs we need to make on the house, and maybe we can. Oh God, I swear, if we don't have. My husband's talking teenager age fruit trees, and I'm saying fully grown or fully mature, and I know it costs a lot of money, but after losing the apple tree, I'm ticked. Exactly, yeah. You know, you don't wait 10 years and then lose something and then be like, oh, let's just start over. You know, not that that's what he's saying. He's saying get teenager aged ones, but it's just annoying to even think that we have to start over. It pisses me off. That is a cool display window. I never would have done that because I would have thought that this would have been distracting with the multiple glass, but it actually looks good. I mean, I really would not have thought to try that. The only problem is the lighting is so glary from the outside that I would put more of a clear white light inside of it to let you be able to see it better. We think, well, my husband thinks rabbits, and he would know better than I. But, I mean, we have had rabbit problems here in the past, so it wouldn't shock me at all if that's what it was. Yeah, it made it look like one of those doors you go in with the elevator, not elevator, like a door that's always rotating, automatic door. Reminds me of that. Sorry, I have no words. That is my problem in life. Diosque, hundings, the red rooms. And what is this? This is 25. Okay. So we've got Sanguine's Red Rooms, a temple to his worship with a bar, a dance floor, and accommodation for almost all tastes. Not safe for work upstairs, pretty safe for work downstairs. A sister build to Agnimhov's Sanguine Temple. The Sanguine statue is her frankly genius creation, used with permission. Warning for drugs, alcohol, and sexual references. So, you know, keep in mind that there might be so naughty, so I probably won't go upstairs if it's that naughty. Sounds like the downstairs is safe. I guess that kind of explains, even though it's 17 and older, it kind of explains why Sanguine has never really been a main focus of ESO or any of the Elder Scrolls games. I mean, he's appeared in them, but I don't know that he's ever been the focus. So this is hundings, guys. Like, that does... I would add some lights here in the hallway, but otherwise it's a really nice way of dealing with that front section where you can go in all these different directions is a hall. But I would love to see more of Sanguine. Oh, wow. I see. So they made Sanguine by adding horns, because he does look like that. He has horns. To, what is his name? Which guy is this? I know there's Mr. the Hag. I want to know what the statue guy... Okay, Dark Elf, St. Ohms. So this is St. Ohms. And then they have, of course, the star bridge behind it, which looks really amazing. Wow. That looks really cool. Then again, Sanguine's kind of a cool guy. But I do think in the future, easily, I have to say, Hermie Mora is probably... This must be a dance VIP room. Hermie Mora is easily my favorite Daedra because he would totally... Hey, Nistarish! Nistarish, I fixed my shout out so it should work. Whee! Let's try it. Let's try it. Nistarish? Ah, I spelled it wrong. Helps if you spell it right. I want to try it on you, man, because... There we go. Everybody follow Nistarish. Thank you for visiting. So, we're in a possibly naughty house, but it has not yet been naughty. It's been slightly naughty when you figure it pole dancing, but whatever. I totally lost what I was talking about. Oh, you're welcome. We were talking about Sanguine. I was saying that aside from Hermie Mora, who would totally seduce me, he would be the Daedra I fell victim to. There's no question. Because I always want to know... Look at that! They made the Sanguine Rose. Oh, that's beautiful. I mean, I'm better than I was because I'm here. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing so good. Wow, that's gonna spill. I've lost a lot of my mental focus. I have trouble speaking. I forget words all the time. I forget a lot of things, like my medication, even though I use an organizer. If you don't look at it, you're not gonna remember. So this must be the restaurant portion. We're gonna peek upstairs. If it's that bad, I'll turn around and come down, but it sounds like it's just, you know, the typical sexual references that one might have. But aside from that, I've been alright. Haven't been feeling good, so I was staying off the streaming. Oh, okay, so it's drug references, skooma, whatever. Skooma is part of the game. I mean, it always has been, so it's not terribly shocking to see skooma dens. Skooma den. Skooma den. I have to admit, coming back and streaming again has definitely boosted my mood because I I was feeling really, really down about not having a purpose or a, you know, the meaning that streaming gives you, even though it's not perhaps as great as other types of meaning and worth. It still is quite something. It's more than not. It's more than not having meaning, which unfortunately I have had a lot of lately. Funky! Yes, are you still streaming, Funky? Should I give you a shout out? I'm trying to be back at it. Serene! Uh-oh, I think she's high. I don't think she's drinking. I think she's on the skooma. And the moon sugar. Naughty! And this must be, we're gonna call it a massage room. Okay, I shall shout you out. Funky is old timer. Not to say that you're old, but you've been around a while, as have I, and been building for quite some time too. Ooh, naughty, naughty, very naughty. But then again, we won't even discuss what those are. We are in a realm of sanguine. What else would you expect, right? I think I see chains. Woo! Daedric chains. Naughty! I'm old too. I, last month, February 11th, I turned 46. Not as old as I can be, but I'm old. This is a fun build. I really enjoyed it, Yuski. If I missed anything, let me know. I'll come back to it. But I think it's a lot of fun. All right, we'll unclicky, and then we'll do. We did a Grim Hearths, so we'll do Forsaken. Macarine. Planetarium. I'm writing this down now because I don't know if you guys know this, but I index after I do a stream. I will index the stream, and so it takes me like a lot of time to write down what minute I go to each thing. So I have to end up watching the stream a second, again, to make sure that I write everything down. So if I do it while I'm going, I don't have to spend the extra time to watch the stream and index everything. But I want people to be able to know when I look at their house and be able to reference, oh, she talked about my house on 3/8/2023 at 33 minutes. And I find it's a really good way to, let people see what you've said about it. Otherwise, they have to search. So this is a planetarium. Look at how cool that looks. That is really smart. I did something similar, but not nearly as cool. Mine did not have, like, glowy things going on like that. Mine were very much static. Oh, look at that! You see the little UFO? I don't even know how they did that. There's no effects in this house. Those are blessing stones. Goodness. So, hold on. So blessing stones are being used for meteors, I guess? That's pretty impressive. I'm going to take a picture with the blessing stone highlighted. There we go. I'm having trouble with brain today. I'm not braining properly. So I'm reading a book. I know, imagine that, people reading a book. I'm reading a book by Thomas Mann, who is a famous German writer from the period of before and after the Holocaust, and during he did a lot of speeches, and he fled Germany during the Holocaust. Oh, wow, look at that. But he was very critical of the Nazi, you know, whatchamacallit, regime. That looks incredible. I'm blown away at this house. It's beautiful. Really, Macaron is so talented. They do such an amazing job. Oh, you can go up. I think I knew that. I think I was up. I have no memory. No short-term memory. My short-term memory just like gone. So this is Forsaken, huh? You know, must have had a ton of slots. And that actually really works. That mural. Piano! Yeah, this is incredible. It's really, really beautiful. It's something you might want to see in person if you haven't, folks. Because it's something. It's on PCEU, Forsaken, and it's Macaron. Actually, all of Macaron's stuff is pretty incredible. These houses I haven't seen in ages, so I apologize if they're not there. I bookmarked these a long time ago. So, there we go. Let's give it a shot. And this is no category on this. So yeah, so I'm reading that author, or was going to, and then I found out he had a book on death, all about death. Ever since I got cancer and I was given, you know, 18 months, I have been fascinated with the topic and read a lot about it. So finding out that this guy I wanted to read anyway, goodness gracious, it's an arena. Finding that out was good. So I'll let you know how it goes, but so far it is one hell of a book. It is quite good. It's called The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann. I will let you know how it goes, but so far so good. I'm just gonna point out that perhaps Shayo's been here, because this is awfully upside down. Interesting. And then this just seems like an arena to me, like a fighting arena. Yeah, you should. It's beautiful. And then we'll go up to the castle up above. Since I've been gone, I've been reading like nonstop. Just all these books I had been putting off reading, I have finally gotten around to reading them. Give me a moment here. I gotta start some research. Doink! Why not, right? Even though I don't get anything out of it. I'm on EU. I don't even play this character. I don't know why I do research. I just feel like I should. And that means this guy. Moo moo moo. There. Okay. So crafting section. Oh, congratulations though. How is that going? Is it as wonderful as you've been told? Or is it exhausting only? Everybody says how amazing it is, but I know it's got to be exhausting. So there's 2 entrances, so forgive me if I go through the wrong one. I don't think it matters. It's just an open castle. Okay, they may have run out of slots. They're at 678. Yeah. I just have cats, unfortunately. It doesn't seem like that's ever gonna change. All right, so that's the way we came up. That's the crafting section. And then this is, oh, look at that! Okay, that's really cool. I like that. So it's tearing the castle apart. Wow. That's clever. I don't have the energy to even take care of my cats sometimes, so luckily I have my husband, but I mean, it's part of the reason why I decided not to bring people into this world, is that I'm exhausted as all the time as it is. I don't think I'd be a good parent. Really neat build, himoin. It's just cool. Boom. All right, what would be next? We did not yet do a Hall of the Lunar Champion. Yeah, but I have plenty of time to read. Although I'm still working.